We're here in Petworth proper, and as you can see, DC is developing rapidly. We've got newer construction behind, we've got new construction going on right behind us. Shops, restaurants, it's super vibrant. Now today we're going to focus on condo and row house construction that's happening here and across the area. Let's go. As we talk about new construction, what we talk about is planning first and foremost. So Project 1 is a great new development on Wisconsin Avenue that we're taking from dream to plan. That's what we're doing inside next. It's not about max dollars, it never has been. It's about what are the finishes that are going to give you the most bang for the buck. We're looking to appeal to a broad set of people who are looking for homes like this.
You see there, it's a shaker cabinet, right? We did gray on the bottom, white on top, and we tied it in with the white quartz. And it just brings everything in together.
And more importantly, we have an opportunity with this, to pre-sell. So the close-in stage is when we can really start to present to folks, hey, this is what the home is going to look like. So that's the hard hat. So this is what happens when we market the home before it's ready for the public market. Is we'll bring people in, and they like this because it's a sense of exclusivity, right? They're getting VIP treatment. This is almost a backstage, behind the scenes look before the home is ready, and so the hard hat tour becomes a part of the overall appeal of the project.
It's also disclosure, right? Full transparency. Imagine if I sell you a house that's done, you don't know what's inside of here, right? You didn't see it. You got to go on a leap of faith. Where if you reached out to JP and you saw before it was roughed in, you're like, wow, these guys, everything's so neat, everything's done so well. Like you get that level of insurance and comfort, especially if you're dropping big dollar items like this. It's one thing if you're buying a $100,000 condo. When you're buying a $1 million condo, the buyer is much more educated, much more involved, and they actually care what's going on.
Today on Selling DC, we're in Petworth DC, where we're going to be speaking with Ryan, who is talking development. We've got a great project here. You're going to see down the block lots of new development happening. We're going to go behind the scenes and share with you what quality looks like. So we're here with Ryan DaSilva of Compass. He's going to share with us a little bit about this home that he's working on in Petworth. Now, Ryan, share with us what you've got going here.
So what we have behind us is, this is 629 Farragut Street. We are in the heart of Petworth. This is a typical Wardman style row home. Wardman was a developer that created a lot of these houses. And some of the architectural elements that make it iconic is the front porch.
Absolutely.
That you see all throughout the city. This house was originally built in the 20s though. So it's got things like knob and tube, lead paint, lead pipes, a lot of stuff in here that in 2020, nobody wants in their home anymore. Right. So what we're doing is we pretty much have gutted the entire property, taken it all the way down to the bones, and we're giving it new systems.
So there's sexy stuff, right? There's cosmetic, there's the granite countertops, there's the stainless appliances, but then there's what you were talking about, which is knob and tube, which is lead-based paint. Share more about what you're doing with that.
Right, so a lot of the typical shows will talk about quartz countertops and this beautiful mosaic tile. But the things that really should matter are the things that are behind the walls that your average consumer cannot see. Your home inspector can't even see this. So we want to make sure that to this property, we're bringing up to modern day standards. This is 2020, it's not 1920. Nowadays, we have things like electric washers, dryers, your air conditioning. These are things that didn't have 100 years ago. Right. So a knob and tube system is really not going to carry those loads. They're hazardous, and they're quite frankly, they just don't work. Right. So in this property, the knob and tube, among a couple other things, are some of the things that we're going to make upgrades to the property so that the next homeowner feels safe, comfortable, and none of the iPads burn up.
Fantastic. Right. Well, let's go inside and check it out.
Let's do it.
Also, Ryan, as we look in the walls, what do we got going on here?
All right, so we have a couple things going on here. First, behind us, this is the plaster original wall that leads to the neighboring property. Right on top of that, you can see the stud construction. We have brand new studs. The reason why we have the new studs and the reason why there's a little gap over here is this is going to make sure that we have a nice smooth wall when we put the drywall up. We don't want to have undulating walls. We want it to be nice and smooth when you look down there. And now you can see some of the pipe, the plumbing that's going on. PVC pipes, the red and the blue, this is PEX. What's great about the PEX is that it's not going to corrode like copper will over time. And it's also not going to freeze. We're in DC. It's not quite Boston, but it's in DC. I mean, despite what's happening this year, pipes and stuff do freeze. These will freeze, but they won't burst. You can also see some of the stud guards. So stud guards are really, really important. I go into a lot of flips because I'm a nosy guy and I see a lot of people put stuff in and they don't put stud guards. They cost like 30 cents. But you put these up so that it prevents the homeowner down the road from drilling into the pipe and causing a leak. So if you're at home, you're drilling something, you're putting up a TV, you're putting up a picture frame or anything like that, and you're trying to drill and you just won't feel like it's going in, take a pause.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Move it down a couple inches or whatever have you, because you might be drilling into one of your pipes.
And that makes a lot of sense because when you're focused in on just putting something up, you may not hear that arrest, right? And this is a quality construction tip because if you're looking at a home and you see it in this state and you don't see these, then someone's taking a shortcut. Ryan shared it's 30 cents. Don't make a 30-cent mistake because that could lead into thousands, right? So Ryan, these are great ceilings, definitely not original.
No, originally they were only 8-foot ceilings. And all these houses have attic space up top. And what we did is we took a few feet of that attic space to give this a 10-foot ceiling. So now the master bedroom has 10 feet of space, which give it a more dramatic look.
And you got storage.
And we have storage.
Fantastic. I'm here with Fernando Guedes of Ace Construction, and Fernando is the developer on this project and a developer all across the city. Now, Fernando, share with us what's going on with this project.
Absolutely, JP. This is a 2-unit condo conversion building, 2 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms on each unit. This is unit number 2 that we're standing on. This is the first floor of unit number 2. We have a beautiful living room over here that's going to be constructed now, which has a great view of the Federal Park. You got a great open layout here for a kitchen with bedrooms in the back, a rear deck. You actually have a second floor deck, which is another floor we're going to be adding to this building, which will host 2 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, a laundry room, and a rooftop deck.
So standard finish schedule is one thing, but at this stage there's an opportunity for a buyer to come in and not only look at the finish schedule that we've prepared together, but also to customize.
This is one of the best times for a homeowner to purchase because they can make a home their home.
So we're outside to get a sense of before and after. Now before is to your left. You're seeing the original home mostly where it was, and to the right you're seeing the almost finished product, right?
Correct. We're at the 90% mark, which is a critical step for us. Some wrapping up on the inside. We got kitchens to go in, but other than that, we're done.
Fantastic.
So we're pretty much at that home stretch, and here we're about, I'll say 50% of framing. So there's a long way to go, but it gets done really fast.
So Fernando, we're here in the mostly finished unit. So this is what the home next door is going to look like in about 4 months, right?
Exactly, JP. Right here where we are actually doesn't even exist over there. This is the top of the 3rd floor, which hosts all the bedrooms like we talked about. And below is the living space, the kitchen, that deck, all those elements that we talked about. And now you can get a great perspective of what that finished product looks like. And again, this is when a client came in and actually selected these floors, selected these railings, and some of these finish elements that you'll see.
All right, Nick, so let's talk about the website. This is New in DC, which is our new development focus website. So about us, pretty self-explanatory. Where are we on the portfolio page?
So the portfolio is up and running. It's going to have our current property and projects that we have, along with some coming soon projects.
Right, great.
And recent projects.
Terrific. So, and then we've got a new page, which will be marketing focused, right?
Correct.
Fantastic. And then contact us is pretty self-explanatory. I love the cleanliness of this.
Yes.
So you and Olivia have done a fantastic job.
Thank you.
Let's talk with some of our folks about making sure that we've got all the detail we need as it relates to the floor plans and the new mock-ups for the developments.
Okay.
And finally, the finished home. We go to 1721 20th Street in DuPont Circle to share with you what your fully finished home looks like. Hi, Norman, JP.
Hi, JP.
Pleasure.
Yuri?
Yuri, JP.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. Welcome.
We took a look around. It's nice.
Thank
I like
you.
the way they did this. So,
Thank you.
What other units are available here?
Sure. So we've got, this is a 6-unit building.
Okay.
We've got currently 3 that are under contract and
Okay.
3 that are available. One of the things you'll find is that finish quality throughout the building is really fantastic. What you'll see as you look at the crown moldings, as you look at the finishes, this is higher end honed marble.
Right.
We have custom cabs. These are things that the other homes have as well.
Okay.
And so, so I think you'll see that the finished package is great throughout. On this episode of Selling DC, we covered new construction. Everything from the dream and the planning all the way to the marketing, the 90%, and the fully completed home. Because that's what it takes for new construction to become your new home. On a future episode, we'll go through what these homes actually look like fully finished. Now, as you think about development and new construction, what questions do you have? Post them right here, and we'll see you next time on Selling DC.